I'm Matt Fletcher, and this is an attic. As you can see, this is a newer home built in, I believe it was originally constructed in 2001, and it's in foreclosure, and I'm doing an inspection on it. It's a 5,200 square foot home. And there's a lot of damage to it, and there's damage to the roof. I was just on the roof looking at the ridge vent, and from the roof side, the ridge vent looked. From the roof side, the ridge vent looked good. But when I came in here, I saw a problem. So that's why you got to look at the roof from the top and from underneath in the attic if you can. So here I am in this attic, and you can see this ridge vent here. See, they cut this slot at the top for what they call a ridge vent, and the slot here in the plywood, they call it OSB. This is called OSB, oriented strand board. So the slot is for air to escape out, so you get ventilation. There should be vents in the soffit and the overhang, and then vent in the low part, in other words, and then in the high part. So what happens is as hot air rises and goes out this high part, it sucks cooler air in from the lower parts in the overhang, the soffit vents. So that's the way it's supposed to work. So on the outside, they stuccoed the whole outside of the house, which stucco in this climate in Michigan's not a good idea. And they also stuccoed the overhang, the soffit. So I don't know if they planned on cutting vents in later or what. And this house has been built since 2001, like I said, and you can see the attic's not even insulated yet. So there's a hole over there in the plaster because there's water damage. But anyway, back to the vent. See this? These are shingles covering up the hole they cut in here for the vent. So the ridge vent is out there, but they ran the shingles all the way up to the top and covered up the slot that they cut out with the shingles. So air can't get out of here, in other words. The shingles should have been back. You know, they should have been back flush with the plywood, or maybe sometimes they'll hang in a little bit, but no air can get out of here. So basically that ridge vent's doing nothing out there. So it's got to be pulled off. Those shingles have to be cut back, and then the ridge vent reinstalled. And they nail it in there with those big, those look like 8s, or I guess those are 8s. Those might even be 16 penny nails. So you might not even be able to use the same ridge vent. You might have to buy new. So, and I see this all the time. Well, not all the time, but I see it more often than you would think. I think people that install this stuff, they don't even read the directions sometimes, let alone know what they're doing. I mean, it's okay if you don't know what you're doing sometimes, as long as you read the directions and maybe watch a video on YouTube or whatever, but then you could probably do a halfway decent job. But this is, you know, they didn't even know what they were doing here. So anyway, that's it. Matt Fletcher, another bad venting job in an attic.